Perfect. So now we're on to the second part. This part. So the property zoning. We're gonna go back to our original sample folder for the new property, and we're gonna go into this tax account delinquency list, and we're gonna search for this specific property. Just not enable that thing, sure. Great, search bars are right there. That's beautiful. Search. Okay, so we're gonna type in the property number. Where are we at? Oh, see how quick that was? Perfect. So right here, this is the 72, and then if we go all the way back up to the top, yeah, this is the property code. Oh, and this is the type. So right here, property zoning. So the use code is going to be this, and then the role type is this, or is the property zoning. So this is going to be R. And then this use code is going to be that 72. Perfect. And this is just zoning link. I'll add the zoning link. I'll add the zoning link later. So shape of property, like it's a square, you know, rectangle, it's a rectangle. So we're just gonna write rectangle here. Rectangle. So improvements. Sometimes these parcels will have like shelters, shacks, houses, something, you know, maybe a big like storage box container, something. This one, nothing. And then even on because the Google updates it more quickly, more often, the images. So this is a more closer recent image of the property. Doesn't appear to have anything here, you see? Yeah, right there. So just nothing there. We're gonna write none here. None. Access through dirt road. Through dirt road. Road type. So this is where we're gonna have to common sense and good judgment. It looks dirt to me. You can zoom in a lot if you want. Some of them look different, but like more brown looks like dirt. It could have some rocks in it, you see, but in this it has some options over here, like right in this column. See, asphalt, dirt, oil, gravel. This one's definitely dirt. Dirt. Road frontage. Road frontage. I'm pretty sure it's by the National. This one is the National Forest Service, but we're gonna have to call to find out. So that's where the zoning phone number comes in handy. Oh, this should be 72. Okay, it is. For these 2 questions, and then notes on the road. We're gonna give them a call. I'm doing this video in the evening, so I won't be able to have that part in currently, but it will be on here. Does the property border public land? You want to check that. Go back to the Klamath, from the city, from the county. So this is our parcel. So now we're gonna click here, see who owns this. It says United States, so definitely it borders public land. Adjacent property owners, yes. You can tell that by clicking up here. See, it's a property owner. It's a company, you know. Over next to it, Bailey Donald, McGee Howard. So these are all touching it. So yes, adjacent there. What can you build on the property? So this has to do with the zoning. I happen to know that zoning R is for residential. So I'll give you the zoning link, and we'll go into more detail there. That's where we'll figure out these, basically all this information right here. All of these what you can build, time limits to build, links to build, camping. I happen to know that all these are allowed, but I'll show you where we can find out too, at a later time. This is the water. Oh, so these are very important. This stuff, water. Is there water on the property? Is there septic or sewers, electricity, gas? Is there anything out here? And if so, what's the closest line that goes there so we can figure that out? To figure that out, we're gonna call the county, but it's in the evening time, so cannot. But we'll just call the zoning and ask them all these questions at the same time, so that we don't take their time. Well, clearly it doesn't look like there's electricity on the property. There's just no lines out here. Looks pretty barren. So we're gonna say probably no septic at all. No. None. Doesn't look like there's any gas lines out here. Doesn't look like there's any waste. Doesn't look like there's any telephones out here. No, it doesn't look like that at all. Cable internet. Fencing surrounding the property, none. Just look at the thing. Trees and foliage. So that's just gonna be how much trees and stuff like debris on the land. Clearly there's not much. It looks more dirt. Looks like dirt with a couple trees on them. Pretty beautiful piece of property, honestly. Look at that. Tree foliage, light, dirt, mostly. Slope. For that, we're gonna want to. Do you remember that map we got in the beginning? This more info one. I believe it has topography on there to see if it is sloped on a slant. It doesn't look like it's on this one, so we're gonna try to get a topography map. So I was just looking up for topography maps, and look at this big game. This is huge. So we're gonna definitely want to include if there's for all the amenities, or extra anything special. So hunting is huge out here. Yeah, I just wanted to mention that. That's really cool. So for topography, you basically just go to this link. I'll add this link, and you type in whatever is closest, and then I just dragged myself to where I think where the property is, and the property is over here. So topo, let's see this. Pretty cool topography map. So the closer the lines are together, like, means the higher it is or how steep it is. And this is I think the altitude. So we're just gonna go over. Whoa. Well, let's go back to the hybrid so I can find my property, and then we go to topography. Boom. Look at that. It already has the roads for it. That's beautiful. That's really interesting. Cool. So we're going to want to write this number down because that's around this area. 5,100. Notes on terrain type. You can figure that out. Just write what you think. And the guy said there was a well, but we're gonna check on that tomorrow. When we slope. I mean, there's no slope. None. See, the way you can tell if there's a slope or not, you see how the lines are here? So the lines mean that there's more slope, so I guess if anything it's like a little sloped upwards. Let's check the hybrid map. Let's see if we can put this person down here, honestly. That'll be cool. I don't think so. But yeah, if anything it's like a little uphill slant. And again, you can tell that by looking at the number here. This is a smaller number than this one, so this one's bigger. So that means it's getting a little steeper this way. It's not steep at all. You see how far apart these are? So it's not steep, but it's just a little tilt up. So you would just put lightly the slope. Lightly, yeah. Lightly. You can even, if you want to, yeah, please do this too, though, if you want to be really good. 5,002. Because the more information, just the better. We're just more accurate, so we don't have to look back. Water features. Is there any type of water really on the property? Doesn't look like it. So, none. Definitely not water elevation, none. And see, that's why we wrote these numbers down here. So these are the elevation. So 5,000 elevation. Closest major metro area. Metro area, we're gonna have to check, but definitely smallest town is Bly. You could tell that, you know. Closest town is Bly for sure, but I wouldn't call that a metro city. So metro city, we'll see. Betty, I wonder if Betty's big. So this is what you're gonna do. You're just gonna look, see if anything's really big at all. Nope. That looks really tiny. So we're going to, I don't know, keep looking. So it looks like there's a town over here. Looks mini. Really tiny also. Oh, maybe the town was over here. Don't be too quick on the, yeah, looks really tiny, but that's a beautiful river. Wow. Running straight through. That's gorgeous. Okay. Still looking. Closest metro. Something big, you know. We'll check hybrid. I heard of a man, but it looks super tiny. Looks like much farming, honestly. Bonanza. Yeah, it's a little bigger. It's more like a town, you see. Still really small. Dead. I guess the closest is this, dude. Klamath Falls. Because I know Klamath is huge. So we're just gonna do... So do... To figure out just like how far away it is. Just to include that. Definitely with driving, please. That would be crazy. We're just gonna go to Klamath Falls here. It's the biggest one. It's probably closer than this lake view over here, but we'll see. So I'm gonna put right here. See how long this is. Damn. Hour and 30. Alright, so then let's check out from Lakeview. Hour and 11. Oh, but that was literally to this, and that's 30 minutes. So it was an hour, basically. Let's see how big Lakeview is, though. If Lakeview is big. Okay, Lakeview is big. You see that? It's decent. I would definitely say the Klamath Falls is bigger. So Klamath Falls is an hour away, right here. So that's what we're gonna put. And then you're just gonna also want to write how long. It was an hour away. Just for our reference, I really appreciate it. Thank you. View. So we're just gonna go back to our property. See what type of views we have here. Looks like some lakes. Views of lakes and some hill ranges. Some pastures. So that's what you're gonna write. Whatever the property's around. Sometimes it's around lakes. Sometimes it's around pastures and stuff like that. Review. Small lakes. Be as descriptive as possible. Thank you. Small lakes. It makes for better. Small lakes. Pastures, trees, hills. It's probably right there. Nearby attractions. Whatever it's nearby, so if it's by a lake, that would be cool. If it's near hunting grounds, that's cool. Nearby attractions, this one. This one's more of a nature one. It has a big reservoir down here, so what does it say? Recreation area. Wow, that's sweet. That's actually really cool. We're gonna write that. Fly Gerber Recreation Area Lake. Highlights. Just highlight what's really cool about this property. This one's really flat. Nice road access. Dirt road access. Pretty good. Just whatever you think's highlights. Like great hunting, because this area has hunting. I found that out by just Googling it, and on this website over here has a hunting map. Let's go back right up here. Let's test this out because that would be really cool. Okay. Well, we'll look at that later, but yeah, for now, just write that. Definitely not an HOA. An HOA is a homeowners association, so certain parcels definitely are in homeowners associations. You really figure out if they're in them is if they're in like a subdivision that has like a big name. This one does not, and it doesn't seem to like have any houses around it clearly, so there's not really signs that there's an HOA. And they're pretty big parcels, so they're like big pieces of land. Some of our parcels are 0.22 acres. This one's 15 acres. Big difference. This one, no, none. And if there is a HOA, if it is located in it, if it has some weird name like Oregon Gulf Shores, I know that one's one. Call them, and then tell them the parcel, and then ask them for how much their dues are. But this one is none. Mineral rights. So this is where the this search comes in. You're gonna go in here and you're just gonna search all those. I'm pretty sure this one was mineral rights. So we'll just see if there's anything against it. So this just cross references this guy's name, who is the owner of this parcel, to see if there's any documents saying that there aren't any. So there's none there. Oh, we can write none. Deed restrictions, you'll do this in the title, when we do title. Covenants, is there covenants here? There might be. I doubt it though. I don't think so. There's deeds you're gonna be looking at. Yeah, no covenants. So you'll figure all that out though. When we do the other one, we'll figure that out. And then basically, so for this one, I want you to do just like a summary, the overall property, where like how far away it is. You can. So this one is our sample. This property is the sample. So this one does have that stuff. HOA and stuff, definitely, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's just a little practice, but I thought I had on that sample thing. Yeah, but you just want to summarize the property, the good, the bad, and ugly in one paragraph. Tell the major highlights of the property, like big features of it, if there's a lake or if it's big by itself. Just try to highlight what's good, bad, and the ugly. And then this we'll add this in when we do title insurance. So that's it for the property worksheet. We're gonna come back to all this stuff. Well, these ones have to do with the zoning, R, and I personally know this, but I'm gonna add the link though. So for this one, they're none, on all these. But we're gonna call the city for the water, because I heard there was water. I'm not sure. We're gonna call tomorrow morning. But yeah, that's all the property worksheet, and we'll call for all that. Perfect. Well, thank you. And also, if you guys have any tips, like if you're doing something and you guys figure it out better, feel free to let us know. Send me an email, please. I'd really appreciate it. Yeah, we're just trying to get this as efficient as possible. Thank you, guys.